changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and I'm bringing you guys week 10 of the CWL Light. We had the Archer Outlaws up against Kinnick Society, coming out with the victory 69-68. As you can see, the percentage was 92.24% to their 92.3%. The difference being we were able to edge out a 10v10 triple. Both sides having 19 3-stars, but we will go ahead and jump off right in the start to the 10v10 triple on number 8. We have Fort Knox coming in, and I have Bugsy Marone, actually Fort Knox, coming in on this one for the standby commentary. So Bugsy, go ahead and take it away on this one and describe the attack for us.
So yeah, this attack was pretty interesting. One of the things I kind of look for when I'm doing a hog attack is definitely look at the cannons first, because when I see the Town Hall 9 cannons on a Town Hall 10 base, I know a Town Hall 10 troop can overpower that. But the first question was the funnel. I was deciding on either 2 golems or 1 golem in this bowler combination with the healers, which turned out very nice. Cleaned out the top and even reached up towards the cannon and Tesla. But had a really good funnel. The wall breakers in with the rage opened up a lot. Was able to get the Inferno, CC, and the enemy Queen right there with the Queen ability as well. Then I started with my CC hogs first, those level 7 ones just coming in, taking most of the tanking. And then the level 7 heal was just a huge new thing for us at Town Hall 10, and that's what gave me a lot of motivation to just come in strong with the hogs. The second heal was clutch going into the Inferno Tower. And then I brought in a couple of hogs here on that Archer Tower just to make sure my main group went in first. Had the freeze and that one last heal that I wanted to stretch over to the bomb tower. Hogs did get a little low, but once I noticed that they were doing their thing on the Tesla farm, that's when I realized quickly I had to put down my Queen up and start at 6 o'clock and had the poison to slow down the king as the hogs finished up. Had a really nice split after the CC right here. As you see, some of them went up towards that storage, and then the others went down to the town hall. That was a real big split for me.
Yeah, I think one of the big things coming in on this one that actually helped you out a ton too was, given the current meta of people either trying to prevent the Bowler Witch attack or the La Loons, is that, as you can see, the air skellies on the base prevented actually anything from hitting his hogs. So in the end, the hogs are able to just step up, take out that Barb King, and then in the end step up for the cleanup and not have to worry about any of those skellies taken out. So that really helped you out a ton on this base, allowing you to pick up that big 3-star, which in the end secured us that victory.
Yeah.
But next up, we're going to jump right into the Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9 action. We have Wolverine coming in on base number 10 here. Bugsy, if you want to stay on, feel free to co-commentary with me. He's going to start off with these 2 golems, though, and he's going to get a couple wizards down for that funnel. Tesla pops up right there in the middle, but he has all the splash damage focused basically on those golems, and he's able to easily sneak in that first test wall breaker, open up the other ones, and then he's just going to come in with the Barb King, Queen, and the bowlers behind, and then those golems are just going to redirect in. Gets the poison down for the 3 baby dragons as they come out, and then he has that jump that's just going to open up the core of these base, and he's just going to get a ton of value because he's going to be able to get that Queen with the rage, and then his golems are going to stay out front tanking, and then the bowlers and Queen will just work through those high hit point buildings and then step up into that core to go ahead and take out some of the additional buildings that are in there.
Yeah, Bowlers and Queen did a great job on following behind the golems and the kill squad for this attack.
Yeah, and then he still has that Queen working on the top side. She's able to actually secure that 3rd air defense. He pops that ability, and then she's going to get 2 cannons and that Queen, which is huge for the cleanup. And then he starts the balloons a little bit lower than probably he should have. But they're going to come right into this air defense. He's only got 1 left. He's coming in right behind that sweeper. And then he's going to sneak a few balloons in on the top side to the bomber tower. Gets that haste down, though, and those balloons are going to get right into that air defense, take it out, and then the hounds are just sitting there. Only one of them has popped at this point. But at this point, there's only the Tesla and the Archer Tower left that he's got that can target his balloons. His main concern at this point is just going to be the cleanup, but he's already getting that down. So as you can see, this one's going to be 3-star kind of in the bag. He's got plenty of time, though. The 46 seconds left. And he's just working, like I said, around on that cleanup. But pretty much demolishes his base. Has a poison and a haste spell in the bag for the swag here. He's going to go ahead and get those down after he gets the cleanup down and make sure that he does have 3-star in hand. But big attack from Wolverine stepping up. Like I said, he gets both those spells down for the swag. And move on to some more action here. We're going to step into number 13. We have American 1776 stepping up, showing us how it is done here. He's going to start off, gets that queen down, puts a couple healers on her, has a wizard up at the 12 o'clock working on the builder hut, and then the queen is just going to work through getting through those buildings. The wizard tower, or the wizard up at 12 o'clock will work through getting through those storages and making sure that queen just stays and goes in towards the base here. Gets that golem down at the 3 o'clock, and then he's just going to have a good amount of wizards to make sure that he's able to clear out those buildings. Sends in the test wall breaker to make sure that there are no little bombs there. Once he opens it up, the golem's going to go into that wizard tower, but then redirects back into the air defense. He wants it to get into that core to start tanking some of those buildings. Has the poison down for the queen as we get the queen on queen action. And then he's coming in with another golem, the bowlers, and the barb king, and they're just going to go straight into the core of this base. Take out the double giant bomb there, and then the clan castle comes out, has a poison waiting for it, and then he's just going to get huge value as he steps into the core of this base. The healers will eventually step up once they get that queen, and they will switch over to help keep up his kill squad, and then they're just going to tank the rest of this base, start sneaking those hogs in on the top side. There's not really a lot of point defense they're taking.
When he sent one hog in at the Tesla farm, kind of tested it out, see if the whole Tesla farm was over there. And once he saw that, you could kind of see how he redirected his plan on the opposite side and brought more of his hogs from the left side.
Yeah, that was a very good scout as far as hitting this on the fly and recognizing that. He was able to actually flip the attack, come in from the top side, clear that out, and then he has the cleanup just coming. Saves that heal. This is the big thing. He saves the heal even though he has the golem and the queen down there. He pops the queen ability, but he's able to get that heal spell down on the hogs as they get to the back of those Teslas. He hits a couple spring traps, but he has enough with that heal to make sure that they get through it. But then he has the golem still in there with the bowlers and the queen. They're going to eventually work through getting through that wall. And he started the cleanup up at the 9 o'clock area a long time ago, so they are just slowly going to work their way back down to where the kill squad is ending. Something that you always want to do is starting your cleanup on the opposite side of where your hogs are going to end, so that way everything will work back towards each other, and that way you guarantee that you will not run out of time while you're working on the cleanup. But we'll go ahead, pull out of that one, and go ahead and proceed with the 9v9s. Next up, we're going to have AR Walker 6, aka Bugsy, again coming in on this one. If he wants, feel free to take the lead, describe the thought and philosophy on this one. But he's coming in with some Queen Walk action on this one, and he's going to do some work to secure that 3-star.
Yeah, I mean, followed a lot of the same strategy as the previous attack. The Queen Walk with Golem and Hog attack is pretty strong because you can send the queen in one direction and then have her backed up by the golem and the king in another direction. So on this attack, as you can see, I had the baby dragon to kind of help with the funneling. Not that many point defenses around the queen, so I knew the queen could get in there and take care of her.
Yeah, I think the key thing was dropping that poison on her, though, because that poison slows her down enough so that way you don't have to waste the ability or the rage spell on her. You're able to just work through her with it's just a single spell and then just keep moving on.
Yep. Conserves a lot of the troops' spell space for you. Notice down at the bottom where I can see a little bit of trash I could pick up with the baby dragon as well to help funnel. So, and then just came in with the bowlers. The Tesla farm actually started to pop up on the top side for me, which was actually pretty good. I was able to get Tesla out of the way. And had the jump that I knew after the CC came out. I was going to try to just guide my whole troop down. Queen was lagging behind just a little bit, but the wizard stepped up and really helped out.
Yeah, I think your initial intent was to have her to walk around and meet up with the kill squad, but she eventually beats through that wall and steps up and is able to take out some of the key defenses on the backside. She eventually actually gets over to that Expo and I believe takes that out as well. But then you start off with the Hogs at the bottom. They come in, and instead of wasting a heal on them, you drop that Rage spell, which I thought was pretty interesting because you shared it between the Bowlers and the Hogs, so they were able just to demolish that bottom side of the base relatively quick and then make their way over to that top side where you get that heal spell down once you encounter the splash defense. And then, like I said, the Queen steps up on the backside and helps you take out that Expo. And then you just have the remaining Hogs that are going to take out the Archer Tower. And then at this point, you're working on the cleanup. You did very good about getting that cleanup down at the 6 o'clock area down pretty quick. So they're working their way. And then your Queen, for once, actually gets pretty smart. She ends up walking outside of the base instead of beating through walls, and then helps the Hogs move along through the base. Not very often that you see that. Usually she likes to beat through the walls, but it was nice to see your Queen step up for once and actually do something smart.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Rage was kind of improv because I thought I was going to need it on the Queen walk in the beginning when she encountered the Queen, but since that poison took care of it, saved it for the intent for the King and the Bowlers, but then again was able to share it with the Hogs as well.
That's very nice being able to switch like something like that on the fly to conserve that and then save it for when you actually need it. So that was a good impromptu skills right there. But last up, we're going to take a look at number 23. We have Super HotFire coming in like he does every single week and providing you guys with some big 3 stars. But this one, he's going to finish off the recap here for you guys. Feel free, Bugsy, like I said, again, to do some commentary, but he's going to start off with the 2 golems, and then he's just going to get a couple wizards down. He's got a couple easy trash buildings with those camps up there to be able to take them out. And then he's going to get that Queen down right in the middle. He's brought the 2 jumps on this one, so he eventually gets that jump down, waits for those golems to redirect. Once they're getting out in front, then he comes in with the Barb King and the Bowlers leading right into the core. Clan Castle comes out with the Valkyries and the Baby Dragon Wizard. Gets that poison down, easily being able to take care of those guys. Puts the heal spell down to make sure that his Bowlers stay up through the core as some of those big bombs start going off. And then has the second jump leading with him access to that Queen. And then his Barb King is going to eventually step up, take out her, and then the Queen is just going to sit back in the pocket and start wreaking havoc on the rest of the base as he starts the La Lune coming in from 9 o'clock. Gets the balloons down first and then the Hound, so that way they're able to catch up, and then he's going to come from the opposite side as well to make sure that he helps out, keeps that Queen up with some balloons from the 3 o'clock side, but basically just surrounds this whole base with some Hounds, balloons, haste spell leading his core balloons right into that final air defense, but basically just demolishes his base. He has the Queen still standing, finally pops the ability to make sure that he gets that cleanup done quicker, but he's already got everything working down on the base. Cleanup troops at 3 o'clock, and then he's just got a ton of balloons still working in the base as he goes ahead and finishes up the 3-star on this one. Any feedback on this one, Bugsy?
Yeah, it was just a really well executed plan. Made great use of the easy funnel, was able to get his core kill squad right in there and just gut the inside. Got tremendous value with the Queen, got 3 air defenses, and the balloons, as you can see, just overpowered those exterior defensive points. So just great execution.
Yeah, I mean, he basically just demolished this whole base. But that's going to kind of wrap up things for this week, guys. We're coming out of this week, week 10, 7-3, pretty big for us. Next week we have Fat Cats coming up. But if you guys have any questions, comments, feel like leaving them in the bottom. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks signing out.